Welcome back. You know those people that set a goal and they reach it every time. What do they know that you don't know? Well, Wink Fitness expert Mike Drum is here to give us the tools to reach our goals. Mike, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And you have 3 simple steps because I'm sure there's some people out there that might be kind of rethinking maybe some of the goals that they set for January 1st. So what's the first thing we need to think about?
Number one, anytime you're setting goals, is you want to be specific and you want to be realistic about your goals. So saying things like you want to lose weight is way too general. But you want to set that goal, maybe you want to lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, and set small obtainable goals that way. Even if you don't reach that big one at the end, you can achieve some benchmarks.
Because some people will say, I want to lose 30 pounds, which is specific, but that's, that's so hard to attain. So it's better to say, I want to lose 10 pounds by such and such time, and then, and then reach 30 pounds, which brings us to your next tip, which is establishing a plan to reach the goal and a timeline. What does that all involve?
Sure. Just like any successful business, you're going to have a business plan to follow to make yourself successful. Whenever you're setting that goal, you want to make sure that you exercise 3 or 4 times a week. You want to stick to that. A plan is going to help you be more successful.
And then your final tip for us is what?
It's going to be staying the course. Allow some room for failure. Everybody's going to fall off the wagon or get run over by the wagon sometimes. So you want to make sure that you allow for that margin of error. Expect that you're going to fail, but never give up.
Right now, I know that people are setting their New Year's resolutions, but how many people actually end up keeping that resolution on down the line?
I'd say on average for resolutions in general, maybe 20%, and with your fitness goals, probably a little bit less.
Do you think it's because people are setting unattainable goals, or they're just, throwing something out there and not really doing the legwork, doing these 3 steps to do it? I
would say that's exactly right. There's a difference between going through and living a healthy lifestyle and setting a specific and achievable goal. Go out on a limb. If you want to run maybe a 5K marathon, don't go out and run 5 miles or 4.5 miles in one shot. Take a run around the block first.
There's a lot of personality types out there, and I'm one of them where it's like all or nothing, but you got to kind of find that medium, level there where you're doing it, and it can be more sustainable.
Absolutely.
What are some of the important questions to ask yourself when you're setting a goal? Because motivation, what your motivation is really important.
Sure, you want to get to the bottom of it. You want to ask yourself, do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain muscle? Why do you want to exercise? Once you get the answers to those questions, you can really refine your goal. And like I said, if you set that goal, it gives you something to shoot for, not just blindly throwing things at it.
And then, of course, something that I always like to do is giving myself, a little reward at the end if I do reach part of that goal, because it's not fun to reach something and then just be like, okay, well, I guess I reached the goal.
Sure, you have to reward yourself.
All right, Mike, thank you so much for coming in, and hopefully that'll help you. We'll have to follow up on this topic maybe in a couple of months and see how people are doing. We'll be right back with a check on your weather and your traffic together. Plus, we'll have a look at today's